Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Four Signs Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Neuroxis map generator on Viewer Wednesday. So thank you so much to the person who sent me this replay. Their name is down in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our team, starting with Team 1 on the northwestern side of the map, ending with Team 2 on the southeastern side of the map. Taking a look at Team 2's southwestern player, we have in Stitch Blue, it is Chap. He's playing as a Cybran. He is a 1700. To his northeast, we have in Snow White, it is Frost Monster, aptly named there. He is an Aeon for this match as a 1300. In Royal Blue, to his east, we have JJ Sheridan playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1500. To his northeast, we have in Tropical Ocean Blue, Starly. He is a Cybran. He is a 2000 rated. He is the highest rated player on his team of Team 1 and tied for highest overall. To his northeast, we have in Orange Color Orange, it is Jackataj playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1400. And rounding out Team 1's lineup in Amethyst Purple, to his west, it is Puck Jr. playing as a UEF. He is a 1500. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have one UEF, two Cybrans, one Aeon, and two Seraphim. So all the factions are presented on Team 1 side of the map. Taking a look at Team 2's northeastern player, we have in lightest red pink, it is Mas Mori playing as a Cybran. He is an 1800. To his southwest, we have in Regal Purple, it is Dryfren. He is a UEF. He is a 1500. In Rust, to his southeast, we have Kaiser playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1300. In Imperial Gray, to his west, zigzagging around the lineup, we have in Imperial Gray, it is Dimitri 11 playing as a UEF. He is a 2000 rated player. He is the highest rated player on his team. He's also tied with Starly for highest rated player overall. To his southwest, we have in Ruby Red, it is Holme playing as an Aeon. He is a 1400. And to his east, we have in Chevy Crimson, the UEF of Iznogoud. He is again a UEF as a 1600. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have three UEF, one Cybran, one Seraphim, one Aeon, which means Team 2 has all the factions represented on their side of the map as well. But the difference being they have a lot more UEF. Team 1, they have one more Cybran and one more Seraphim. And for these 12 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim situation before they scoop it all up. Currently sitting at 11,000 mass. Let's say 12,000 because it was pretty close to 12. Anyways, that means it's 1,000 mass per player. Again, makes the math easy in my head. And there's really no big clumpage of reclaim anywhere on the map. So we'll see what our players end up doing with the little bit of reclaim on the map per player. The map, it seems kind of skimpy, but it's kind of not skimpy in terms of mixes. We'll take a look at Team 1 side of the map, drawing the line down just like this. There is two quad mix positions on the western side and two on the eastern side. There's also a 5-star mech position back here that most likely will just go to Puck Jr. There's also a 5-star mech position north of Starly's base. So everybody at a bear. Oh, and there's also a quad mech position in the middle. So everybody on the front line gets a quad mix, and then depending on how things shake up, at least one of the 5 stars goes to the Rigo Ursat player. The other one will go, I guess, to Starly. There's, of course, the customary one-offs kind of dotted around the front to back line. More, of course, safer in the back than in the front. But there's, again, really, I mean, this mix is probably the closest one to the middle of the map. Everything else is very much a defined Team 1 side of the map, Team 2 side of the map. But in terms of crossing the boundaries, we have Team 2's Dry moving in, and the first combi-com action has occurred between JJ Sheridan and Dry. Dry is the instigator in that aggression. Team 1 PD will force him back. We do see Frost moving in from the west to push him back. In terms of where comms are going, we already noted about these 3 players here. We also know that Kaiser's going this way, so it looks like he might end up just shifting that way to help in a mainly maybe 2v2. We do see Dimitri 11 is here. We also see that Iznogoud is pushing up this way as well. So 3v2, 4v2 potential in favor for Team 2. Shots also going between Frost and Dry. Now in the southwest, we see Homie versus Chap, so that's a 1v1 there. In the east, it's going to be a 1v1 between Jackataj and Masmori, and that does leave Starly kind of just hanging out. We do see that Puck Jr. is going to join him, so maybe it's just going to be a nice little, amalgamation of commanders in the middle of the map, depending on if they go this way or this way or this way or this way or whatever other different direction they go around the map. Just know that the middle is kind of just a mosh pit of commanders. 2 upgrades started for Team 1, both on the northeastern side of the map. Starly and Jackataj going for their customary gun upgrades. Couple of units inbound from Masmori moving in on that more western direction. Just slowly eating away whatever Team 1's built up. But again, this early, nothing really has been super built up anyways. Homie continuing to push against Chap. He's going for his gun. And now we see Kaiser versus JJ Sheridan and Frost Monster. Not really the best engagement here. One Seraphim and an Aeon. So just by sheer numbers, Team 1 has the advantage. We do see Dry is inbound, UEF to contest. So hit points will slightly favor in terms of totals for Team 2. Kaiser has dropped into the yellow. Just have to watch out for that Fur fire and not take any unnecessary damage from those. We do see Kaiser going to engage JJ Sheridan once again. So Comms continuing to fight over, again, the nothing that is the middle of the map. So they're just fighting in no man's land for now. This quantum X position hasn't been taken yet, which is very surprising. I feel like that's, again, 8 mats a second, a bare minimum that Team 2 could be getting. They are in the lead currently, and they could be at double digits lead, but again, they're probably focused on going after Commander. We do see that Iznogoud has joined him. Calm up gun says Homie against Chap is what he's talking about. So that gun upgrade has been noticed. Gun upgrades, speaking of which, on the northeastern side have been completed. Puck Jr. has now joined the middle of the map. Everybody for Team 2 has left their main bases at a bare minimum. Some of Team 2 kind of staying near their expansion bases, and some of them in the actual middle of the map. Gun started for Team 1's JJ. Gun started here for Kaiser. Gun almost done. Is on pause currently for Chap. Looks like he might be having some power issues. T2 Air online. T2 Air online for both teams. So at least 1 air player for each team at a bare minimum. Units now going in around, forcing action away from this action, while at the same time forces from Masmori going this way. He's doing a nice little 2-pronged attack, forcing Starly to move in and engage him. So he's going to be doing a 2v1 scenario. Not a best scenario for him, but again, a distraction could be all well worth it. Units are still pushing in, though, killing off a couple of mexes, couple being 2. It looks like maybe 1 or 2 more might be killed off. There is a nice little hop land in there to help thin out those Team 1 forces. Gun is now done for Kaiser. He's back up in the green, then back down in the yellow, and soon back up in the green. Gun half done for JJ. T2 started for Frost. Gun finally done for Chap. And gun started for Dimitri in the south. Gun started for Masmori. Gun started for Puck. Stop building guns. I'm doing his thing. Gun and started and then player for the last 30 seconds. Eastern side, those 2 gun comms are inbound. He will have enough time to finish the upgrade. The only problem is will it even matter? He's at 80% now. Clums are closing in. And that might be a kill for Team 1. We'll just have to see if he stays there or not. Gun done for Dimitri 11. The calm of Kaiser with a gun on board moving in, and JJ moving immediately to intercept. Looks like Kaiser is retreating currently. Frost Monster, the only one I think for Team 1 who either hasn't gone for a gun or hasn't started a gun. He's the only one who hasn't even gone for one. He has gone for T2 though, the only one that, again, doesn't have a gun so far. Gun speed started for Homie. T2 started for Dimitri. Eastern side stealth is up to almost 70% in climbing. He will get 2,000 additional hit points from this, but it depends if he wants to. Oh, he cancels it. I mean, he has to. With those 2 gun comms inbound, it's either get some distance or die. Looks like he's going to take the get some distance and cancel the upgrade kind of situation, which, again, I don't blame him because I would do the same thing. It's not worth the stealth upgrade. If it was like 90%, maybe, but it's still a huge, huge risk. T2 almost done for Frost Monster. T2 done for Dimitri 11. Advanced range started for Homie. Again, in terms of Aeons, it's 1 per team, although it's the only one for Team 2. The only one for Team 1 is Frost, who is actually going for the sensor package upgrade. Nano started for Kaiser. He's still in the green, at least for now. but he will most likely stay in the green a little bit longer with that nano. T2 started for Iznogoud as well. Northeastern side, Jacketage getting some shots from Masmore's calm. T2 PD has been built. Jacketage drops into the yellow. And again, it is a 2v1 scenario as a reminder. So Team 1 has the hit points advantage, they have the damage advantage, they have the everything advantage. And Masmore is able to at least fight them back at a bare minimum. He did lose the frontline base, but he's still there, which is better than not being there. We do see more attacks going down between JJ and Kaiser. Again, both of them Seraphim Gun versus Gun Nano, so realistically it only goes one way. Puck Jr. is inbound from the west, and Kaiser's dropping into the yellow. Tac Missile started on board Iznogoud. Western side, we have Chap retreating, Dimitri 11 pushing. We have Frost Monster's forces actually all the way over here. I guess this comes over there, so it's not that crazy. Transport inbound from Team 2's Iznogoud. It has been spotted. It does not look like it's going to make it home or even just drop. Oh, it doesn't, unfortunately. It was a nice attempt, though. It does not end up working in the middle of the map. We have Kaiser retreating. He's dropping into the mid-yellows. Dry falling back. Iznogoud has Tac Missile and T2. No gun, considering he is on the front line. Nano started for Jacketage. Starly's going to cover him while he goes for Nano. And Masmore holding is almost on 1-star. Vet. Jap just has gun on board. We have Frost Monster going T2 and Sensor Package. This is what Team 1 can see about Team 2. And this is what Team 2 can see about Team 1. So they know where he is, and they know where the 2 comms are, and they don't know where all of them are. Most of them, which is, again, better than nothing. In the middle of the map, Tac Missile almost hits JJ. He's still pushing against Kaiser, who's dropping almost into the reds. We have Dry coming in to assist a little bit. Again, no gun, definitely hurting him a little bit because he's not able to fight back, again, at the same range or the same speed / damage as his opponents. We're cruising into the 12-minute mark. Team 1 is in the lead now, and Jab. Okay, that was interesting. Well, I think that's a control K. There's no message. There's no little blip on the top side of the screen, and everyone's like, what the heck happened? Both teams are like, what the heck happened? Must be connection issue, because not even a notification that he control K'd, and you can tell that it's definitely a connection issue because it's zeroed out there, which is unfortunate that it does that. So I will probably be tricked into thinking that Team 1 still has 6 players. They do not, but a base does go to Starley, so at a bare minimum somebody gets his stuff. But unfortunately for Team 1, they are now at a 1-to-1 advantage, a 1-to-1 situation versus a 2-to-1 advantage, and now with homies pushing in, not great for Team 1 over there. Nano started for Kaiser. Thought he finished that. I guess not. He's going to be able to get back into the green very, very quickly. That is unfortunate when it happens, and it is unfortunate when the scoreboard doesn't reflect the change. It even says he still has 1 unit, which is probably why it's glitching out, because the game thinks he's still in it, but he's not. And he's like, wait a second, he's not there. So why am I still displaying his name and not being grayed out? Missile inbound. It's going to go right past the comm. It's going to actually go above him. Missile. A warning. Missile will strike the T2 mech, and it actually grabs the T2 mech and the facility. So nice 2-for-1 combo there. The other missile's inbound. Looks like it's going to strike the other facility, so wiping out the frontline facilities. Oh, and the buzzkill was a real buzzkill this game. And denies that second missile. Nano started on board Masmoy. He did end up going for that stealth upgrade, so that's nice to see. But at a bare minimum, he'll get 2,000 additional hit points, and then he'll get the Nano here shortly, which will regen him quite nicely. He doesn't need the regen now, but it's need it and not have it versus have it and not need it. And speaking of Nano and Nano started for Team 2. Dry actually has gun on board now, so gun Nano for Team 2 in the middle. We have gun, shield, and T2 for Dimitri 11, and Tac Missile and T2 for Iznogoud. Still the only player on Team 2, and actually not in the game because Frost Monster is also as well. He's the only player on Team 2 without a gun. Team 1, it's Frost Monster, the only one without a gun. Interesting strategies. Again, they're on the front line and they don't have gun. Again, the sensor package is very enticing because you can see a huge section of the map just like that. But I'd rather kind of have the gun. It depends if the scouting is good. If the scouting is good, that's fine. Go for gun. If it's not, it kind of is nice to have that passive intelligence gathering there. Dimitri 11 going up against a decent amount of Ilshis in this mix. He has T3 land online, both Percy's and Cougars on the front line. Love to see it. Oh, and I will note, speaking of Percy's, the vote for what the name of the group of the Percy's should be is on the page for my YouTube channel. So take a look at that. I think it's actually really close, I believe. I think it's within 10% of all the choices, besides the choice of I don't care. So I think Pallet's in the lead last time I checked. But again, Pallet was good. Tower was good. Oh, what's the other one? Shoot. But all of the three I thought were really good. So again, if you have a favorite, let me know with that vote. And then probably, so it's Wednesday when this releases, probably Friday is when I'll take the tally and probably put it in that video. Well, actually, that'd be Thursday. But you get my point. Friday's when it'll be finalized and whatnot. And then I'll start probably with the Harbingers next. So again, if you have any names for last-second suggestions for Harbingers, let me know. That way I can get a top 3 list of what I like and then go from there about what everybody else thinks is the best name for a group of Harbingers. Northeastern side, Team 1 looks like they're going to go after this position now. It's heavily unguarded. Again, PD and Team D aside, there's really not a lot here in terms of units. We have missiles raining in ever so slightly. We have Jack Attach. He's going to get some veterancy from this. Again, this is only T2 PD in terms of servers. There are some T1s, which will be a little more concerning. He has Regen Aura and Nano and Gun. So, he, again, should, emphasis on the wood, should be fine. I say that, and then I caster curse somebody, and then he dies, and then I miss the kill, and then I have to go back and record that. So, hopefully he doesn't die while I'm distracted with what's going on in the middle of the map. Transport down for whatever the reason. The transport there looks like it kind of landed in water, which is weird. But Dimitri 11, he's really pumping out T3 units. He has spearheads now. He has a decent amount of Percy's. I do love how there's just a mongoose or two just kind of sitting in there. It's the younger brother to the Percy. And I also noticed it's the same kind of situation. The right arm is the longer one. The left arm kind of is just ignored when it's T3 variety. And they got rid of the grenade launcher for just a more powerful gun instead of a kind of a Titan Ravager arm. Western side, similar situation. Team 1 still... No, actually, that's Team 2 position. Never mind. So Team 2 has grabbed that western side, and Team 1 has grabbed this the eastern side. I know my directions. So it's, again, shaping a little bit more to more north. Why did my line draw over there? Weird, because I probably drew it over here. North v south scenario. It's, again, slowly shifting that way. So we'll see how the game progresses with it actually going from, again, this direction to more of a this direction kind of situation. Western side, we do see that Frost Monster is retreating, and he has to, because if Dimitri 11 decides, you know what, it's not worth it going after Starly's base and just goes south, that would be a kill right there. So either he moves up to intercept and maybe help out, and maybe delay him long enough to get some more defenses online for Starly, or he dies. And I feel like that's one of maybe 2 or 3 main possibilities. Percy's are taking a hit from some T3 artillery, it looks like. There's some Titans here. Lots of spearhead missiles inbound. TMD, I think, is just way behind. There's a T3 land headquarters that would be a great target for Team 2 to Dimitri to take out. Again, Starly is Cybran anyway, so he has a backup facility, but it's nice to just take out the backup and limit your opponent to only one main facility. And it still wipes out production facilities here, and it makes it easier to engage and whatnot. So it's beneficial to just target the means of production and then be done with it. Frost Monster has run out of forces. He shifts his comm this way to avoid the ensemble from Team 2's Dimitri. Again, that does leave the southwestern side exposed as a little bit of some PD here, but again, Team 2 is attacking this vector rather than this vector, so they're just ignoring all of that nonsense in the middle of the map. Dimitri 11 is still here, and he's still pushing. He does have to be careful that we are approaching 20-minute time, so he could be easily sniped by Team 1 if he pushes in too far forward. PD tickling all of these Percy's to death, and he's up to 3-star vet now. We see reinforcements inbound from the east. Reinforcements also from... Who's that? That is Homie, bringing in some Obsidians and a couple of Asylums to assist. They're going after the Ilshis, the best T2 units in the game, engaging one another. One for its tankiness, one for its just nonsensical rapid fire, nonsense gun, nonsense backwards blocking chicken thing. It's weird when you watch like the the Ilshi walk. It's very weird. Gunships inbound on the western side. ASF's protecting them. Mainly T1, couple of T2 flat. Is there flak in there, or is it just T1? I think it's just T1. That's not really going to be a concern for those broadswords, but it does look like Dimitri 11 is kind of slowing down. It's mainly just these T2 spearheads, and it's not T3 mobile artillery or T2 artillery. It's actually T2 fire beetles mixed in there. You can see they can actually see them. Missiles, there's so many of them raining in that it's kind of not really, like with all the TMD there, it's not really doing anything. He needs to engage. He's going to build a base here to at least protect himself at a bare minimum. Love to see it. But again, that's time that he's not pushing, and it gives Team 1 time to build the defenses up. Gunships have fallen back. They probably want to go after him. I heard, where is it? I heard the bomber. Where is it? I heard you. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Team 2's bomber outbound going for something. It's already killed off 2,800 mass. Looks like it's going after Starly's position. Starly has dropped into the yellow. That's not great for him, but he does get underneath the shield, so he's fine. Shield will protect him for at least another volley at a bare minimum. Bomber is down, but it did kill off some mass in the process. So again, it's worth it, I would say. I think it's worth it when it's about 2,100, I think. Maybe it's 2,000. 2,000 that makes it worth it. I know it's like 3 T2 mexes, I think it makes it worth it. So whatever that mass adds up to, that's what's the threshold for making it worth the mass cost. There is a monkey. The monkey is going to kind of walk this way, kind of nonchalantly. It has been spotted, and Dimitri's like, you know what? I'm just going to engage it and call it a day. He has shield, so he has a little bit longer lifespan than most commanders. And the Monkey Lord is actually just going to head that way anyways, so forget what I'm talking about, because now all this forces from Team 2's Dimitri is just going to shift their focus on that thing, and that thing might just straight up die before it has a chance to engage, because it has a little bit of a walk to get to Team 2's side of the map. And northeastern side still not really fully recovered, but all of the wall sections kind of make it a pain to travel through anyways, so a little bit of delaying tactic there. And he's pushing in a little bit, giving him more time to either build more defenses or just build more wall section. Those technically count as defenses, right? They're passive. They don't really do anything except the Nori pathfinding. Bat Boy online for Team 2. Looks like that belongs to Dryfren. 21 minutes on the clock. And besides the Control K, technically it's not a Control K, technically a Disappearing Neck from Chap, it is a 5v, that's a very bad 5-6 in favor of Team 2 at 21 minutes. Team 1 is in the lead though for Eco, 1.4 to 1.2. Monkey Lord now walking backwards. It has no idea what it's doing. And missiles are now raining in onto JJ Sheridan's position. He's not having a fun time though. He doesn't have as much Team D as his teammate does over here. And it will not stop. Look at them all. He has 45 of them. Dang! And that's the second best TMD in the game, in my opinion. That's a lot of TMD. That's a lot of it. Spearhead's being lasered to death by that nice little Monkey Lord. Just wanted to go out for a stroll, but there's still a lot of spearheads here for Team 2's Dimitri. He has 25 of them, and they are pretty much all within, besides these 3 down here, they're pretty much all within range of said Monkey Lord. So technically he has 22 there. How's the air grid looking for Team 2 expanded upon? How's the air grid looking for Team 1 being expanded upon and being decentralized? Love to see it. Secondary air player is making an appearance yet. No, I thought I saw something. Yep, there it is. Team 3 air is online. There is a secondary air player in play. Even if he just builds gunships, it's better than nothing. Percy's leading the charge. Look at those things just charging forward. Monkey Lord moving in. I don't want to use the group of Percy's yet because or the name, because I don't want to influence anybody's decisions. It's a pallet, it's a tower, it's a whatever, it's a I don't care amount of Percy's. That's what we call a one-tap amount of Percy's against the Monkey Lord is what that is. There's a second Monkey Lord. That's a different scenario. Missiles are inbound. Lots of TMD being built by Starly. You can see the missiles are going to reach their targets, but just barely. Some of them really had a hard time getting there. And here they go, 23 minutes on the clock. First major Team 3 land invasion / encounter has occurred. Percy's are being ripped apart pretty quickly, though. There is a Fat Boy helping out a little bit. The monkeys need to keep moving, though. If they stop moving, that Fat Boy and the missiles are going to rip them a new one. There goes that one Monkey Lord that they were really going after. Second Monkey Lord is down, so 2 Monkey Lords down very quick with one another. JJ's pushing in, and the missiles are retreating, those nice little spearheads. But again, the comm of Sheridan is there. Needs to be careful because this could easily turn into, let's snipe the comm, he's right there scenario. And the missiles just have a freak out because it's, you know, how the missile works. If it's moving, it actually curves. Which I think is a very interesting mechanic where if it's sitting still and firing, it's fine. But of course, it has to kind of calculate the whole spin around while it's moving things. So it kind of creates this nice, beautiful arc. Very similar to how the redirection systems on the Loyalists work, or the cruisers, where if the missile fired at them, it kind of has this very big loop around. It looks nice, but it sure does take a while to get to its target. JJ falls back. T1 bombers inbound. They're thinning out the TMD. They're going to help out the missiles. Love the assistance from Dry to allow those missiles from those spearheads to break on through the defenses. We do see Percy's engaging. It breaks over here. Not enough for a wall, not enough for whatever the heck the word for it is. But the numbers are depleting anyway, so it doesn't even matter, even if there was enough there to count. I don't know if I'm going to do 10 or 12 for the number. I think I'd probably just do 12 because the squadron is 12. So I'll probably just do 12 will be the count. Technically, I feel like it should be lower, but I mean, I could go, like I said, 10. I could do 6. I feel like 12 is just a good number. I don't know. 12 months in the year. Yeah, I feel like 12 is probably the number I would go with. But Fire Beetles inbound. Oh, they kill off a spearhead. Oh, explosion. Doesn't kill off that spearhead. Percy's aren't missing their shots, though, because those units are small and annoying to hit. There goes that one. Goes that way. So a couple of units dead, but not really worth it. Honestly, the Fire Beetles really need to get to their like really vital targets. A comm, P-gens, nukes, like volatile things are really where the Beetles really shine. Or comm. Both those work. But Dimitri 11 now, since he can't go this way because of all the TMD nonsense, he decides to go this way, which I would assume there's TMD here anyways because it's the same player controlling both bases. We have Fat Boy v Fat Boy. It is Amethyst Purple versus Regal Purple, and Amethyst wins out. And Spearheads, oh, they're stacking up. Oh, the missiles aren't coming in fast enough. Fat Boy is moving though, so the missiles will be missing their target soon. Chicken's over here between the chicken and the Fat Boy and the artillery and the whatnot. This Percy group is just not, he's not going anywhere. So nice defense by Team 1. And JJ Sheridan now going for Nano upgrade. I feel like they're a little bit later to go for Nano on board the Seraphim comm. He's only at 28 mass a second, so it's going to take him a while. Speaking of mass a second, Team 2 has now rocketed into the lead. It's 2.1 to 1.7 at 26 minutes on the clock. Again, Team 1 has lost only one player, being Chap. It's a 5v6. Team 2 has lost nobody yet. We'll see how the game progresses. Again, a 6v6 game. The likelihood that one team doesn't lose anybody is low. It does happen, but it is low. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because why not at this point? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you have a replay that you want to send me, that you want me to look at, to possibly cast, send it to me at strategiclaunchreplays@gmail.com. The email is down in the description, so nice little copy paste. I think you just click on it too, and it just sends you to whatever your preferred email browser function thing. Be able to send it to me nice and quick. Again, really do appreciate all the submissions. I really, really do. So thank you so much. Like I said, if you have one that you want to send me, you've been thinking about sending me, you're like, is he going to, I don't know. My list is depleting pretty quickly, so there is a high chance that I will cast your game. So again, please send it to me if you haven't done so already. Western side, another Fat Boy online, so there's two of them GC online as well. Team 1 has 4 experimentals, also including the heavily damaged, but you felt they're still alive. And UEF doing UEF things, not even 30 minutes on the clock, and the LISO casing falls off the satellite, stretches out its wings, and it's inbound second. Okay, so this one is fine. This one is not fine because it's somewhat next to a P-gen. Move it just a little bit up. If it was just right here, even if it was actually right here, it'd be fine, but I don't like how close it is. Grr. I don't like it. But satellite is online. I don't know what Team 2 knows about. They don't know anything yet. There is the satellite right there. Team 1, this is what Team 2 is known to them. They don't know much as well. So not a lot of scouting going down for both teams. It's just Omni maybe a scout once in a while, but not a whole lot. TAC nuke started for Iznogoud in the southeast. So first buoy nuke has made its appearance. Eastern side is getting ravaged. So while Team 2 takes control of the western side, Team 1's taking control of the eastern side, and it really truly is turning into a north v south game. So sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it doesn't. This is one of those games where it did. And that Fat Boy is pushing in, not assisted by the GC yet, just holding in reserve. That's probably good, just in case Team 2 just says, hey, we're going to run by and come say hi. So that's probably not going to work out for whatever strategy they pull. We do see more ASFs online for Team 2. Looks like there's even more of them than I noticed. 127 plus Kaiser's probably 30? 39. That was close. So 160 or so. Team 1's not Starly. It's Team 1's Puck Jr. 128. So essentially the lead goes to Team 2 primarily because of Kaiser's ASF. So it isn't a big lead, but it's enough to be concerning. And speaking of lead, Team 1 now at 2 satellites, now going for 3. Just move it just a tiny smidgen more. It's just a little smidgen. Also, with a second satellite online, you don't have a shield already. Yeah, you have some parachutes. That's not enough. Just build an actual Team 3 or even something stationary shield, please. Last thing I want to see is just satellites be killed off because there's no shielding. Same with artillery, same with nukes, same with Gainman, same with everything. You don't have SMDs, you don't have shields. You're asking for it. So just keep that in mind. Satellite going after Dimitri's stuff. Looks like he's... oh! T3 land headquarters goes down. It was next to some nice little not pigeons, but some powered storage, e-storage. So that's not great. So that blows up that SMD. Ooh, SMD, no shield. Ooh, that's not good. If Team 1 is going for a nuke, that's going to be very nice for them, which I don't see. But I did see Team 2's nuke in the corner, so I did not ignore that when I saw it. So just pointing that out. Speaking of the nuke, it just got built moments ago. So it's not loaded yet, but it is being worked on. Air grid, somewhat not really shielded. Oh, that's a little bit of a cascade there. That's got to hurt. And the pigeons near the area headquarters is being targeted, so it blows up easily. On the eastern side, chicken is down. Fat Boy engaging monkey. Oh my god! Fat Boy engaging megalith. Ooh, yeah, Fat Boy strayed way too close. Look how far spread those shots are from the megalith. They're very spread out. You would think cannons that close together wouldn't be that far spread out, but they are, which is interesting how the trajectory works on those. Whoops, 10 IQ play, says homie. Oh, he's talking about he just sent his forces in and didn't notice. Okay, that's what he's talking about. And it happens. You just click and then you look at something else and then you come back and like, whoops, didn't mean to do that. ASFs are waiting, but the experimentals on the ground besides the new chicken are dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I love how the ASFs are just sitting on this plateau, just taking in the sight, just hanging out. Reminds me of those birds that sit on electrical cables, ran all over the place. You're like, those birds are nuts. There's one false move and zzz, dead. A couple of pigeons are down. T3 mexers are being targeted. Iznogoud? Yeah, Iznogoud is being focused down. Again, the T3 land headquarters going down, definitely hurt. But Dimitri's like, that's fine. I'm going to go for Duke and call it a day, which could work. Third satellite online. Fourth one? Yep. Fourth one is almost done. Look at that. Fourth one's almost done. Before the other one gets to the other side of the map, it's already done. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them online. UEF doing UEF things. UEF are pretty good at doing UEF things, to be fair. ASF engaged. Looks like Puck Jr. Don't know where all of his ASF went. Looks like he had some tussle earlier. I don't see the remaining ASFs from Team 2, so it looks like there was an engagement at some point. Team 1 does win the air fight, at least the total air fight, but not as much as you would think. Mavor time, I think, says Dimitri11. Do not tell me you just... Yes, you did. Okay, never mind. So, 31 minutes on the clock, and Dimitri has thought about going for game ender. Not a bad time to think about it, to be honest with you. Still, look at them all. Look at all those missiles. Nuts. I thought those were something else. I was like, wait, this is Cybern over here. Nope, it's Cybern and UEF. Looks like Dimitri maybe gifted him stuff over, maybe? I mean, maybe... I don't know who would have built those, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe Dry did? Maybe. That's all. That seems like a lot of Percy's. I feel like maybe those were gifted over from Dimitri or something to Mass Mori. Maybe. Who knows? It's entirely possible. But on the Western side, Team 1's player of JJ Sheridan killed off by Holmey's GC. I barely caught that. I lived this long at least as JJ. He was kind of down in the mass game for a while, so he was probably thinking he lived that long, which is still impressive. 32 minutes in the game in a 12-player game, and he lived at a little over half the match. That's pretty good, I would say, at least. We have satellites focusing all the mexes for Homie now, so a little bit of revenge here for Team 1. There's a 5th satellite online. Billy Nuke almost done as well. Puck Jr.'s just pumping out those things. Half the mass is his teammate of Starly, and he's really not letting anything just go with it. Every single thing being sent either for satellites or for Billy Nuke or for whatever really else he wants to throw at it. That's a lot of firepower in the air. 5 satellites online, soon to be 6. That's getting close to... it depends on the shield grid. Because if there's enough assistance, then it could be enough to withstand 5 satellites. Now, if there isn't enough assistance, 5 satellites should be enough to pierce pretty much not everything, but a lot of things. We do see some hover drones assisting and upgrading the shield. I also love to see that going from T2 to T3. Of course, what this does is it immediately Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to jinx it. I was going to say, if it does finish, it immediately fills up the capacity bar again, so it makes it you kind of have 2 shields. So not necessarily the price of 1, but makes it a little bit easier to keep it online longer. We do see that Iznogoud's over here on the eastern side, and that chicken just got absolutely wrecked by Percy's and 2 crabs and bricks. Don't forget the bricks. And Spearhead's still slowly eating away at the whatever else is over here from Starly. We have a couple of bricks over here going after Team 1 PD. T2 or just T1. And Billy Nuke inbound. There is 1 TMD, so not enough to stop the Billy Nuke. It will open a little bit of things up. The main thing killing off the radar. That's a big thing. Nuke is outbound. There it is. First one of the game. 34 minutes going for an artillery piece right after that. And it is outbound. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, there's no way there isn't an SMD nearby. Did he calculate it right? Oh, it's going to be close. If he just faded it just a little bit to the left, maybe. We do see Frost has his... No, he has... Okay, it doesn't matter. It's covered. It doesn't look like it's covered, but it is. It's covered on both sides. I still would prefer one in the group, but the SMD is caught anyways. Or catches it anyways, is what I should say. Artillery, speaking of which, is online for Team 1 Starly. Looks like it's probably targeting this. Team 1, of course, definitely knows of its existence. And the shields are... Oh, the shields are down. That's not good. Ooh, power outage for Dimitri. Oh, he fixes it. Ooh, that didn't look good. But luckily for him, it's not targeting him. It's targeting the air grid. Hey, there's a satellite in there. So other UEF doing other UEF things, or same UEF things. And no PGen or artillery piece for Kaiser. Shield is being assisted. That nuke is going to be a target. Obviously, Team 1 knows the Mayweather is going to take a while to finish, so not really worth targeting that. I do love that because they're taking out a threat that currently exists, and then they're going to take out the threat that may exist instead of the threat that may exist, and then the threat that does exist is still alive. Sometimes not going after the threat that does exist can hurt. But again, there is this northeastern side to consider, so while Team 1 focuses more on longer range tech, the land situation in the northeast is not looking too hot. And still, look at all of them. Like, look at this is nuts. Look at all the missiles. Dang. Just will not stop pumping those things out. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a UEF facility. He probably should be just gifted one at this point. That way he has UEF. Dimitri 11, speaking of which, still has not gone for T3 land headquarters once again. He's like, nope, I lost it. Not getting it back. That's my punishment. I'm just going to build a Mayor. That's going to be it. I'm going to win the game. At least that's probably what he's thinking. Satellites have changed targets. Where are they going? Did they kill off the nuke? They did not kill off the nuke. And it looks like Kaiser's like, I'm getting underneath that shield immediately. He's just going to walk. Oh, nope, this one's online. He stops walking, so never mind. Forget what I just said. Satellites are focusing. Do not tell me an artillery piece is targeting that fat boy. At least a T3 one. Ooh, that's a dead fat boy. Even if this one moves in, it takes some damage. It's not going to be a bad situation. Second fat boy is already down. This one is not looking too good. Shields, again, still taking a minute. Pair of shields are trying to help it out for a little bit longer, and there it goes. There's no way that thing was coming back. 6 satellites. 7 are almost done for Team 1. Soon to be 8. Again, how much does one player need at this point? It reminds me of that. The most popular video on the channel is just the thumbnail of how much does one player need, and it's just, I think it's 13 something satellite emplacements. It's nuts. And then technically in that game, there's another teammate, another player that had like 8 or 9 of them. So there was like 20 something satellites online at once. It was a crazy game. That was a long time ago. Feels like ages ago. Ooh, jacket. Oh, he's almost dead. He's got to move. Billy Nuke is inbound again, I would assume. He's launching from this location. Oh, there he goes. He's launching another one. It's going this way. It's going to hit a group of... Oh, it's going to be too late because the bricks are moving in. And... Oh, had he just put it maybe right here, that'd be a very good one. But Crab is down. 2 more Crabs exist. Satellites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 satellites targeting 1 Crab. Now, see, that's a defense satellite. This is an attack, and they're coming in to defend, not going to the other side of the map, lasering everything to death and then coming back. That's an attack satellite. They should just be called satellites and then be done with it. But ooh, that was really close to the Jacketage dying, and I would have missed that for sure. We have GCs on the southwestern side. Not good. Satellite coming in to defend. Looks like it's just hanging out for now. And not really a lot of stuff here. T2 artillery here will help a tiny smidgen, but not a whole lot. Gunships are inbound. That'll help out a little bit more. Nuke is almost reloaded. And the artillery piece from Team 2's Maybor is now almost... Actually, it is done, excuse me. It took a tiny bit of damage from earlier attacks. It is completed. And Team 1, that's target priority number 1 right there. That's what you have to focus on now. Yeah, there's satellites. Yeah, there's a nuke. Yeah, there's all that stuff. But, yeah, again, had the satellites focused him, maybe it would have been enough to kill it before it was done. But now that it's done, we have 1, 2 players going for satellites. We have, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 8. We have 8. We're going to have 10. We're going to have double-digit satellites. What is this? This is crazy. 1 Maybor with actually not as many shields as you would think. The 4 core shields, this one's not even in line with it, so it's a little bit askew. And then there's 2 more right here. And then this one's kind of shielding these 2. This one is being upgraded as well, but oh, that's a lot of firepower raining in from the low Earth orbit or low orbit nonsense. That's oh, see, the shields are holding. That's the thing, though, is that if the shields are properly assisted, pretty much it does not matter. It really doesn't. You need artillery. You need maybe a Maybor, Scathis. You need just constant damage. And even just something that does a lot of damage all at once, because you need to crack that shield. Once it's down, it's down. It's not coming back kind of thing with all the satellites overhead. Hey, an oldie but a goodie has appeared once again. We have Continentals coming in to assist and acting as mobile shielding to protect it. Oh, no. Team 1 lost 3 satellites right there from a Maybor shot, it looks like. Shield was assisted, but a little bit too late on that. Ooh. Ooh, again, that goes from 8 to 5, and I would assume here shortly another nuke is inbound. And where is that one going? What? No one died. Billy Nuke killed something maybe? I don't know, but no one's dead. It's only the 2 players from Team 1. It's still a 4v6 in Team 2's favor. Ah, it's the wrong button. Team 2's favor. So I don't know. Maybe they were trying to hit this and they both missed. But the comm of Kaiser's moving in to assist himself. Looks like he just kind of done with the game. Artillery piece almost done for him. Satellite. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Soon to be 6 satellites online. It's now down to 4. So half of the damage is gone. Another one is down. We have 3/8 of the damage exists. And there goes Team 2's Kaiser. Yeah, we kind of just saw that. I didn't fully catch it, but we knew what was going to happen. He wasn't going to be saved. So Team 2 does lose a player. It's now 5v4 in favor of Team 2 still. And Gunship's now targeting the secondary crab. Nuke might not make it. Bricks are inbound. Artillery's almost done. Transport's running around. Transport's coming in to assist. There's a GC right next to Dimitri 11. He overcharges, kills off a chunk of the hit points. The shields. Some of them are down. Ooh, now all those satellites would be very nice right about now. And a couple of bricks. That's not going to be enough. Nuke will go down. They're targeting T3 mexes, those bricks. We have satellite over here. That's probably going to go down here shortly. Looks like it's actually building a new satellite. And that is not... Shield goes down. There goes the satellite placement. Love to see the shield to target first. P-gens go down. Nuke goes down. Artillery that was almost done goes down. This one is still alive. I haven't been able to catch the damage of what Team 1's been inflicted with. We have 4 satellites over the top. Starly's been noticed. We have Mas Mori's over here hanging out, going after Team 3 mexes, because why not? Just trying to snipe at Team 1's eco. Speaking of both ecos, it is 2K per team. Pretty dead even. We have Homie coming in to assist. We have Dimitri 11 still in the lead, shielding 40,000 hit points on board with 5-star vet and T2. He probably get another 1,000 technically from T3 engineer and suite. So technically at 41. But you know, is that a regular nuke or is that a Billy nuke? That is a Billy nuke inbound from Team 1's Puck Jr. He's in the middle. That is a long range on that Billy. Wow, that is a long range. Jeez. I feel like it's a lot shorter than that. But Mas Mori is eliminated by gunships. So there he goes. Felt like that wasn't going to last that much longer. He wasn't going after bigger targets. He was going after small targets. But look at this. These mexes are dead. These mexes are dead. These mexes are dead. That mex is dead. He really sniped a lot of eco for Team 1. So he did a really good assistant role with that. And it's now a tied game 4v4. Gunships eating up the rest of those enemy forces from Team 1. And 5 satellites over the top. The air grid is almost completely unshielded. And all of the satellites are dead for Team 1's Puck Jr. None of them are alive. They don't have to worry about some Omni laser nonsense. Monkey Lord, Chicken, Monkey Lord. It's getting close here. If the Mavor dies, there's still the satellites. But still, ASF going to wipe out the gunships. They're going to actually go after the ASF, scratch that. Going to ignore the gunships. And the gunships are going to help take out the Chicken. The Chicken and the Monkey Lord. We have Drag going to move in and assist. We have Dimitri moving in to assist. We have Homie most likely just reclaiming a little bit. I haven't taken a look at the reclaim totals. There goes the Chicken. The Monkey Lord's going to be the next target. Gunships are still there somehow. Team 2 still has ASF. Team 1 still barely has ASFs. The Monkey Lord is down. T3 land headquarters is not taking any damage from the... There it goes. No, it's kind of taking damage. Dry drops almost into the red, but he survives. SACU is going after him. He's... Oh, 4,000 hit points. Fat Boy goes down. Oh, he's fine. T3 land headquarters finally goes down. Donuts online coming in to assist. Going to go after the Monkey Lord. Everything just popping off. And Satellite's now retasked onto doing something else. And Maywar still targeting the sections of the air grid that are still active. Look at all the dead satellites. Like this one wasn't even finished. There's these. There's so many dead satellites. So many. It's been a great game. Great game. So thank you so much for whoever sent this to me. And I obviously am not shouting out the name, but their name is down in the comments, in the description if you want to know who it is. And at 43 minutes, he is a player in this game. So we have a 1 out of 12 chance of guessing the correct one right off the bat. But look at the bouncers. Oh, the donut's being eaten alive. Dry might. Nope, he's going to make it. He got that shield online, or that shield came online in the last second. Looks like he had some assistance with that, with some SACUs building him. Ravagers just lining those SACUs up from Team 1. These are the Rambo ones. So yes, they only have 20,000 hit points, but they regen 400 a second, which is just an insane amount of regen per second. You can see it's just eventually 1,000 of anything will kill anything. Starly killed off by Iznogoud due to a satellite kill. Granted, the shields being offline definitely didn't help. 45 minutes on the clock. It's now a 3v4. Team 2 is back in the lead. SACU still going down. Monkey went down again. Dimitri 11 now almost done with all of these SACUs. And another Billy nuke to the north. Gunship still coming in. That's not really doing a whole lot. Just building a couple of them and sending in. We have a kind of an amalgamation of a base. 3 of the 4 remaining players for Team 2 kind of hobbling together. We have AA being built, shields being built from Iznogoud. Love to see that. Obviously, Dimitri 11's main base. SMD still online. We have PD being built, more shields being built. So it's, again, everything from Team 2 is focusing on this. And we do see that Homie is nearby. He has a donut being built. He does have some facilities nearby, but it's mainly just this little section and then the air grid. Those are the 2 things that Team 2 has left. Team 1, they still have I mean, it looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot. Lots of SSU spam. We have bugs being built. D3 air headquarters is back online for Puck. Frost Monster is starting to lose all his stuff because it's not shielded. Granted, 45 minutes with all the satellites running around. Kind of think needed shielding, but Team 1 lost a lot of steam, and Team 2 really doesn't have to deal with much. They have that group of Optims. There's another chicken online, but look at the time before the chicken even gets to here. It's another minute at a bare minimum, and it's just going to give Team 2 a lot of time to rebuild. No more satellites yet. Looks like Fat Boy is going to be the big ticket item for Team 2's Iznogoud, but he's on he's near a transport. Don't like how it's damaged, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. And artillery is targeting, I don't even, pigeons maybe? I don't know what this was. Mass FAF farm maybe. That's gone. This is what Team 2 can see of Team 1. And this is what Team 1 can see of Team 2. So they really don't know a whole lot what's going on. Their Omni is probably down, or they don't have power to run it. Either or. They just don't have it online. Not good for Team 1. Yeah, for Team 1. Attack missile started for Dry. Maybe he's going to go for Billy Nuke as well. I will note that the 3 UEF players for Team 2 are still alive. No biases here, of course. Just making an observation. Oh, and the UEF player from Team 1 is also still alive. There's that. Granted, he is in the middle of the map with a Billy Nuke. Definitely not the best position to be in. He's kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Does have some engineers for assistance. Does have another GC online from his team at Frost. Doesn't have a lot of shielding or anything nearby. Even Team D something, but nope. Gunship's going after the chicken. Yeah, Team 1 has just ran out of steam. Unless they have a big ticket item hidden away somewhere, I don't think they have enough. Shot inbound. Oh, that's going to be a nice hit. Grabs that facility. Doesn't grab the headquarters yet, but it might be grabbing it soon. There it is. Sorry to jinx you, but there it goes. That's a lot of engineers. They're building bugs as fast as possible. Another monkey. SACU spam, just constant. And I just don't think it's going to work. Team 2 has 4 Fat Boys online, so good luck getting anything nearby. Chicken might help if he just full sends it, but even then, he's not going to get that far. Another Fat Boy going to be built by Dimitri. He's not even building more shielding. He's just kind of hanging out. Another Boom Nuke inbound. There is no TMD here. Kind of a missed opportunity there. But it might not make a huge difference, though. 47 minutes in climbing. More facilities are gone. And another explosion. It does land. Wipes out a couple of things. Maybe that Fat Boy was dead or not. I don't remember. But Team 3 landing headquarters is still fine. Shield is down, but very much an easy fix. And then Team D is built immediately, so it denies more Billy Nukes. Focus there. E says Masmoy. Again, if the opponent doesn't have power, doesn't run mass extractors effectively, doesn't have shields, makes things incredibly harder to defend or sometimes attack with, just because you don't have power for things. You don't have power for overcharges. That always sucks. But, ooh, okay, I'm getting very, very dual gap vibes from this. We have 2, 4, 6 bugs inbound. And if everybody knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see if the bug can get a comeback. I'm going to get a nice little cinematic view of this. Look at all that AA. We have ASFs inbound. We have AA from the Fat Boys. And they're going to go for that. Mabel, 1 bug is down. We have more ASFs inbound. 2nd bug is down. Shield emplacement is going to get killed off by the crash damage. 3rd bug not down. Oh, they all die. One after the other, after the other, after the other. The Mabor is still alive. Another bug going to try to come in. Nope, that's not going to work. 7 bugs in the same location, and unfortunately for them, they cannot redeem themselves from that one game. So apologies for those who haven't seen the dual gap game. Just note that there's bugs, and then stuff happens with bugs, and it's missed opportunity would be the word that I would use. Hey, look, there's an Awasa bomber inbound. Now, if those were Awasa bombers, that would have probably been a different story, because they probably would have dropped. Maybe 1 or 2 wouldn't have made it to the target, but 4 or 5 of them making it with a payload dropping and a crash damage. I mean, that would have been enough to kill the Mavor off, but again, it's one of those scenarios where they've won the game into war for the most part. Is it even important that the Mavor dies? shields still hold anyways. GG in chat from Frost Monster. There goes Puck Jr. being killed off by gunships and satellites. Looks like it's going to be satellites. Could be gunships. Could be both. Frost Monster's nearby. 49 minutes, 50 minutes in climbing. Frost Monster's there. He's going to be targeted next. It's now a 2v4. And he's actually going to be lucky because the satellites pull away. But 50 minutes on the clock. There's really nothing left. There's a control K from Team 1. I think that was Jack, Taj. And then Frost Monster teleports out and goes, "Don't see you, bye." And that is the game. 50 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. Team 2 wins it. The Mavor did an incredible job of wiping out a lot of satellite pressure. Once that was dealt with, then it's the land situation that Team 2 had to deal with, and then it was the bug situation they had to deal with. And I will note this, even if the Mavor was eliminated, and let's just say Dimitri died somehow in that explosion situation, Team 2 still had Dry, they still had Holme, they still had Iznogoud, so they still had 3 players left, and they still have this base with 5 satellites. They were building nukes, so it wasn't like they were out of the races yet. They still had all the fat boys left. There was still stuff left, so the Mavor kind of became a huge focal point for Team 1. And even if they got it, I don't think it would have mattered. I really don't. And especially just because, look at all that mass right there that Team 2 can scoop up. Oh, can it give me the mass totals on the map at the end? 769,000 mass on the map. Over 750,000. So enough to build 3 game enders and then some. So more than enough to play with. And look at where it is, all on Team 2's side of the map. So like I said, it really wouldn't have mattered, I think, if the bugs succeeded or not. Depends on how long the bugs were alive for, to be fair. But if it was just the Mavor and Dimitri, that would have been it. But again, credit where credit was due. Got to give it to Dimitri with the Mavor. That, again, killed off a lot of air pressure, especially from those satellites. Killed off the air grid. And it pretty much really won the game for Team 2. And then, of course, the holding on land from everybody else, either from the land or from the air, did a good job there as well. So, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to that person who sent me the replay. Really, really, really great game. So thank you so much. And I will see all of you in the next one.